Alright, so today I'm going to be smoking some cheese. It's about 70 degrees outside-ish, 73 according to my Google thing. So it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Um, I don't actually smoke them with the smoker. I bought these things off Amazon. They're little cylinders. They're what, 10 inches, 12 inches long, and about 2 inches round. Fill them with your pellets. You light them up. Once they kind of catch on fire, you blow the fire out, and then this smokes. And this smokes from, they say 4 to 6 hours. I've been getting 4 to 5 hours out of them, so it's pretty close. But this is only smoke. There's no heat. So that's why I like to do it on my cheeses. I normally put it in my grill, but like I said, it's kind of windy out today, so I'm going to actually put them in my smoker. But I'm going to use this instead of my smoker, so I'm not plugging it in. I'm not using electric. My smoker does go down to, I think, 80 degrees. It will go that low. But why use the electricity when all I got to do is use this? You get 2 of them on Amazon for like 25 bucks. They're pretty simple. But we got our Memorial Day cook coming up. So I'm going to smoke some. My wife doesn't really like smoke, so what I did was about half a pound to smoke and a half a pound not to smoke. So she can enjoy it too. But we've got some Munster right here. This is the Vermont Cheddar White. This is Baby Swiss. This is one I bought a little while ago. It's double Gloucester cheese with onion and chive. I'm going to try and smoke it. That one I'm going to eat right away because I've actually had it for a little while. Pepper jack, and then there's some Vermont yellow. So put them in the smoker, let this thing burn out. I'm going to vacuum seal them. I'm going to vacuum seal all of them to include the ones that aren't smoked. I'll just label them. And then they're going to go in the fridge until Memorial Day. Today is April 15th, 14th. So it'll be about 5 weeks, a little over 5 weeks. So kind of get the smoke. Hopefully the smoke flavor will kind of dissipate a little bit. Like I said, this one I'm going to eat right away, so we'll see how smoky it is. And I'm using hickory smoke pellets. I've done the cheese before. That's kind of what I like, so we'll see what happens. So I got the cheeses in the smoker. Like I said, I normally do it in my grill. My grill's actually right here. But with the wind and stuff, I want to make sure I get a good smoke on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the bottom rack. My cheese is on my second to top rack. Hopefully, there'll be some smoke that can get around and get in there. And then we can go from there and get a good smoke on it. Now, you can light these with a lighter, but it's going to take forever. So I have my blowtorch here. Handy dandy torchy. Light them up. Now I have to check on this. I usually end up checking on this 2 or 3 times before the smoke actually gets rolling. I mean, it'll start now. You can see it's starting to smoke up really nice. Kind of let it go. Let the fire go a little bit. See if that did it. Now we got a good little smoke coming out of there. So that's coming out pretty good. We'll close up. See if we get it coming out the top here. Oh, look at that. It's going right through there. Oh, I don't know if you can see that with this, but look at it going right up through the cheese. I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be better than on my grill, because on my grill I put them side by side. Here it's actually coming up from underneath. Like I said, I may have to relight this again, but most of the times I have to relight it like a couple times, but usually not much more than that. And then I'll get my smoke on there. It's still going, so I'll come out here and check it, make sure it's still rolling, and in a few weeks we're going to have what we need. So outside of that, that's how I smoke my cheese, and it's worked great for me. Thanks. All right, so let's try this again. I already did this once. Okay, so my smoker sits in the sun, and I wasn't really paying attention when I saw it. I thought I saw the cheese starting to melt a little. As you can see, it is starting to melt. Angle here, you can see it starting to melt there. So I threw a probe in. It got up to 107. Now I've got it down to, whoop, there it is. It's hard to see in the sun, so sorry about the camera action. It's down to 97. So the ambient temperature outside, like I said before, is 73. So I cracked the door. Still getting good smoke in there. I mean, when you close it, you can see how much. I mean, that little thing kicks out a lot of smoke down there. I threw in some bread. Who knows? I like experimenting with stuff, so I'm going to try and dry that out. Maybe make some bread crumbs. Maybe it tastes like crap. Maybe they don't. We'll find out. Hopefully, I got it to where the cheese won't all melt. That's why I put it on. I'll show you the grate when I take it out. It's more of a squared grate, and it's not my grate for this. I probably should have put even the smaller grate in there, but I think this will work for now. I think we'll be okay. So I'll let you know when I'm done. We've been in right now for about an hour and a half. And as you can see, that thing is smoking pretty good down there. So we'll see. I'm gonna try and let it go for 4 hours if the sun don't kill me. So we'll see. All right, so we got the cheese done. I think it came out good. I really do. The pepper jack started to melt. Like I said in the earlier part of this video, you saw my temperature went up to about 107. I didn't realize, and I should have, but I've always put this in my grill, and I've never probed it. This actually does kick out a little bit of heat, not a lot, but it does kick out heat. So in my smoker, everything's shut except my chimney. So it got up to about 107 being in the sun and things like that. I also realized because I decided to smoke some bread. So I took the cheese out about an hour ago, threw it in the freezer because some of it was starting to melt and get a little soft. So I threw it in the freezer for 45 minutes because I want to vacuum seal it and I didn't want it melting and crushing all in there. So it's solid now. It's not like frozen. It's just solid. So I left the bread in there, and I decided to smoke bread because I want to try and let this stuff dehydrate or dry out, and then I want to make breadcrumbs. So my wife's not crazy about it because again, she's not a big smoke fan. Okay, that's fine. But I've got some other ones too. I'm drying out some other bread, but as you can see, the smoke actually added a little color to it too. There's a little bit of color to it. I know my lighting sucks in here, but I'm not a professional, so. But there is, and it shrunk it because these were literally the same size. So it did shrink the bread down. Actually, no. Here's the one. Here's one of the ones that's about the same size. So it did shrink it down a little bit. This actually got dried out really quick in there. So I'm thinking a couple of days, and I'm probably gonna have breadcrumbs with that. But I digress. As far as the cheese goes, it was in for about 3.5 hours. This thing lasted about another 45 minutes afterwards because I left it in with the bread. And when I left it in with the bread, my smoker, I closed the smoker completely up, and it actually got up to about 312 degrees, or 112 degrees. So this does kick out a little bit of heat, and it should, because it's smoking. So there is heat, not fire, but there's heat. So this does kick out a little bit of heat. Like I said, I always put it in my grill, and my grill it's not sealed. My smoker is more sealed. So learn something today. It's always good when you learn. So all my stuff looks good. I tried this Gloucester cheese with onion and chive because this is the one I'm going to eat sooner because it has been here for a little while. It's very smoky. It's very good. It's very, very smoky. That's the issue though. So I know when you vacuum seal them and put them in the fridge, it kind of takes that strong smoke away. I'm hoping that's what it does. I'm probably going to do this for only a couple of weeks because like I said, this cheese has been here for a little while. So I don't want it to go bad. But these, the Swiss, pepper jack, this is the Vermont white, this is the Vermont cheddar, or yellow, and this is the Munster. These are going to go in for about a month. Probably about, we're 5 weeks away from my cookout. So 5 weeks. So hopefully they'll taste really well. And again, I've got some for people that don't like the smoke flavor. I've got a little bit of each. I ordered a pound of each, and half pound is smoked, half pound is not smoked. But if you get a chance to buy one of these things are great. I love it, especially for like a cold smoke. There's no heat. This lasted about 4 hours and 45 minutes. But I let it. This isn't the one that's out there. The one that's out there is 2 of 2, but it burned down to out. And good smoke, great smoke. I mean, if you could smell this, you'd smell. I can smell it now. I'm gonna smell like smoke when I go to bed. Wife's probably gonna kick me all night long, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I like hickory, so this came out great. Put these in the fridge. Now I'm gonna vacuum seal these. I'm gonna vacuum seal these also. Separate bags, of course, because I don't want the smoke rolling over into them. But I've got a little bit of each. Let me see here. Let me pull this out because it did, you know, it did shrink a little bit. Not much, smidge. But that's the Vermont white cheddar right there. It's not much, but a little. There's a little bit of shrinkage there. I mean, if you look at it on the end, there's a little. So the smoke did take some of it, but I'm looking forward to it. I did all of the baby Swiss because my wife don't like this, so I'm like, I'll eat all this. I love baby Swiss. I don't know what the difference between Swiss is and baby Swiss, but you know, if somebody does, leave something in the comments. Just don't call me too stupid, but you know, it is what it is. All right, I highly recommend it. Smoky cheese.